Let's start going over this here. So, number one, a truck driver is attempting to deliver some furniture. That's fun. First, he travels 8 kilometers east, and then he turns around and travels 3 kilometers west. Finally, he turns around and travels 12 kilometers east to his destination. Now, what we have here is 3 different legs of a trip. Now, if we were to draw a diagram of this, we would have 8. Pretend that's straight. We'd have 8 kilometers in the east direction. Then we have 3 kilometers in the west direction, and then 12 kilometers in the east direction again. And then initial position, final position. What distance has the driver traveled? So notice that between A and B, we have 2 different words here. A wants the distance, B wants the displacement. Now, we're introing into vectors, so I'm hoping that you guys have it down cold pat, that vectors have both magnitude and direction, whereas scalars just have a magnitude. The reason that is relevant to this question is distance is a scalar, displacement is a vector. So when I go calculate the distance, I am simply going to get my first leg plus the second leg plus the third leg, and then I'm done. So that's going to be 8 kilometers plus 3 kilometers plus 12 kilometers, and that ends up being 23 kilometers. So it's just a scalar, right? Just distance traveled. The 8 plus the 3 plus the 12. But when we move to B, we're being asked about displacement, which has both magnitude and direction. So if I'm going to go, my delta x, I'll try to make it as a vector, right? Because I can't really make my pin thicker. I will take the 3 legs of the trip, and I'll substitute them in again. However, I'm going to include direction. Now, generally speaking, east is considered the positive direction, and west is considered the negative direction. So I'll have a positive 8 plus a negative 3 plus 12 more. Now, because of this negative sign right here, my displacement does not end up being the same as my distance traveled. It's actually only 17 kilometers. But again, both magnitude and direction. So overall, we are traveling in the positive direction, right? We can throw in a positive sign if we want. We don't have to. If we don't, we'd have to include east like that.